What's up guys, it's Light Spiral here, and today I'm bringing you a video of who I believe to be the top 5 farmable cleansers in Summoner's War. Now, when I say farmable, I actually have one of these monsters isn't technically farmable, but it is a wind natural 3-star monster, so I did include it on the list because a lot of people are going to be able to get their hands on it, and the other reason I included it was because there's not really 5 farmable cleansers in this game, like that are even halfway decent. So I did include one natural 3-star wind monster that's not farmable, just so you guys know. And these are just based on their actual ability to cleanse your team and keep your team cleansed, not on their overall usefulness. And so I'll get into the list now. At the number 5 spot, so the worst cleanser I have on this list is a water monster, and it is this guy right here, Lulu. This skill will do an AoE cleanse of 2 harmful effects every 4 turns when it's max skilled. It also does a heal by 20%, which is nice. But so basically the reason it's down here is because it only removes 2 every 4 turns. So the other guys are just better. In terms of AoE cleansers, there's only 4 farmable AoE cleansers as far, well, unless you count Mav as a cleanser, but he only cleanses 1 debuff, so I didn't want to even bother putting him on this. But Mav does cleanse 1 if you want to use him, and he's not farmable either, technically. But he is a natural 3-star. But so Lulu's not the best in the world. I don't really think there is ever a great reason to build Lulu. Especially with some of the other guys I have on the list. But if you want to build her, I would say she's like the 5th best farmable cleanser. So the next guy I've got on the list is gonna be Wind Monster. Let me find him here. Very not used monster. Dagor. This skill right here, when it's maxed, will cleanse full cleanse or 2 harmful effect cleanse every 3 turns, and it also does an attack buff. I think this guy isn't the worst monster in the game. I never ever see anyone building him. But I don't think he actually is that bad, because I mean I see where his first skill is bad because he's an attack monster with a provoke. But this skill cleanses and does an attack buff, and then this skill does an AoE decreased attack bar by 30. I mean, I realize that he's not good, but I do think that a cleanse with an attack buff skill is not bad for like a cleave team or something. But yeah, so that's basically what I have about Dagor. He's up here because he has the same cleanse as Lulu, except it's 3 turns instead of 4 turns. So they both only remove 2, but this is 3 instead of 4. So that's why he's here above Lulu. The next spot, number 3 spot, is still a wind monster. If I can find him right here, Olivine, the wind battle mammoth. This skill, when it's maxed, will remove all harmful effects on your team and increase your attack bars by 40% every 4 turns when it's maxed. And so it has the same cooldown as Lulu's skill, but it removes all harmful effects instead of 2. So that's why it bridges the gap of being 3rd and 4th, is because 4th and 5th only remove 2, and this guy removes all. But this guy is the one guy I was saying that was not technically farmable. He's not in any like secret dungeon or scenario battle as far as I'm aware, but he is a natural 3-star, and a lot of people are going to be able to get him, but he isn't technically farmable, just so you guys know. So moving on to the number 2 spot, this is probably who a lot of you guys thought would be at number 1, but I actually have him at number 2. It's dark, and so I'm sure you've already guessed what it is by now. It's Viramos, the Dark Ifrit. Now, every turn, he will cleanse 1 harmful effect off your team, except it can't be like a stun, sleep, or freeze. He doesn't do those. But the reason why he's here, and like he only has a 1 turn or a 1 buff removal, so a lot of people, or some people might be confused as to how he's better than the people with 2 and the 3. It's because he does this every turn, and so over the course of time, he's going to be cleansing one every turn. And then the other reason why it's good, because some of you might say, well, the Battle Mammoth cleanses everything every 4 turns, so that might be better. This guy can never have bad AI, basically. And if he gets stunned, he'll still cleanse. So that's why he's this high, is because if he gets stunned, he'll still cleanse your team for 1 debuff. And if you're autoing, he'll never not use his cleanse skill because it's a passive. So that's why I have Vero up here. And then the number 1 spot, I'm sure you guys have already guessed it by now, or probably even knew it going into the video, but it is Konamiya, the Water Garuda. When it's max skilled, every 3 turns it does a full cleanse. So that puts it above the number 3 spot, which was a full cleanse every 4 turns, because it's every 3 turns. And so I'm sure you guys know about Kona. It's just a good skill right here. It's every 3 turns, a full cleanse and HP recovery by 15%. But so basically that's kind of it about the list. There's not a lot to say about why these cleansers are so good in terms of their actual cleansing ability, because they all only have 1 cleansing skill, and they're pretty easy to understand because it says what it does. But if there's any confusion or anything, be sure to just leave a comment. Also, if there's any other videos you want to see, whether it's another top 5 list or just any other video, leave it in the comments and I'll try my best to make a video on it soon. But that's really all I have for today though, guys. So may the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows.